Awais, you spoke about fireflies and honeybees. So, what kind of satellites are these? Are the fireflies hyperspectral, and what are the honeybees? And you also signed a contract recently with Indian Air Force. What is it all about? If you can share about.
Sure, sure. So I think Fireflies and Honeybees are both hyperspectral satellites, just that the range of the wavelength we cover changes. With the Fireflies, we are looking at what you call visible and near infrared. So you are looking at infrared, but it's not the major chunk of infrared. You are looking at a decent portion of it at the beginning of it. The rest of it is visible. So it still shows you a lot many more new things. But then for some things to be expanded, you need to go to what you call short wave infrared. So we extend the wavelength range, and that means that the satellites get bigger, the cameras get bigger. So Fireflies are hyperspectral 5 meter, but the wavelength range is limited to start with. Whereas with honeybees, it's 5 meters, it's commercial satellites, but the wavelength range is much more expanded. A combination of these two will cover 99% of use cases between them. That's the difference between these two. The contract with IDEX, in the case of Fireflies and Honeybees, we build satellites for ourselves. The ownership never changes. We build them, we launch them, we operate them. So the entire spending is by us. What we do is we sell data, we sell the services that come out of these satellites. In the case of the Indian Air Force for IDEX, we are not concerned with what the operations are. The operations will be mainly for looking at borders, looking at illegal testing, illegal growth, and things like that. But we are not going to be operating the satellite. Our job is to build a satellite that is to a certain specification, because we already have the experience of building our own satellites and the infrastructure. Build it, provide it, hand it over. That is one of the publicly announced contracts we do have, but most of our work happens with civil and other commercial entities. So while we sell data on one side, we will also sell satellites, and this Indian Air Force contract is a similar one where we build and provide a satellite.
Do you have any timelines for the Indian Air Force satellites going up?
Yeah, I would say probably within 18 months, we should have that satellite up in space before the end of 2025. But likely we're aiming at mid 2025.